Because you're so good at the comedy, but you were great in this horror role.
Well, it's nice to play both. I mean, that's sort of the fun thing about playing a nice guy all the time is you build up all this like, well, I could do this and that'd be awful, and I could do this and that'd be awful, and then you get a role like that where you're killing people and you're like, yeah. It's good.
Thank you. This side.
We can hear you. Check.
Oh, hey, there we go. Will, for a guy who's famous for reminding people not to be a dick, you play a lot of dicks.
I know. I am aware of this.
Will I eventually get to see you play a role where I don't feel guilty for liking you?
Everybody feels guilty for liking me. You know, the best part of playing these guys that you sort of love to hate, for me, is that I play these characters who I would not want to be friends with, and I don't like. And one of the great joys of being an actor is making a living making believe, and it's really fun to make believe that I'm a douchey, arrogant guy like Dr. Parrish, and it's really, really fun to make believe I'm evil Will Wheaton.
This side. Back to this side.
There's not one question in that side of the room. Not one question.
So I can go back to sleep then? Is that what you're telling me?
Someone's got to have a question.
Nobody on this side either?
Yes, Colin. Actually, I wanted to ask, a few years back you were on an episode of Ghost Hunters, I think it was one of the battleships. Do you have any plans, or did they contact you at all to go back on Ghost Hunters to do that again? Because I remember you said you didn't do investigation.
That's interesting, isn't it?
What? No, I don't know.
Did you not steal that episode from me?
What?
For reals?
No, not for reals. There's no.
Why would you take that from Jordan? It was her favorite thing.
I held it so dear.
She had it in her bag and I took it. I saw it and I needed it, so I stole it. No, that started out, Jane Grant, we do all this sci-fi stuff in New York for the upfront. So you meet, you do all the advertising stuff during the day where you meet the advertisers, and then at night you tend to go out and suffer. Morning. And so we sort of concocted this plan to go and do this thing. Jordan was going to be there, and we were going to do this episode, and it was going to be awesome. Right, buddy? And then, it's a family squabble thing. We'll push through. And then actually, Syfy was against it. They tried to stop it. Because they weren't sure if they wanted us to cross the streams like that. And
They can't stop you.
nobody can stop me. I don't listen to anyone. So then, basically, yeah, went and did it, and it went great. And then all of a sudden, Syfy sort of stepped in and said, like, yeah, we want everyone to go do them. And then, like, Skaggs was going to chill. I go to San Francisco, right? I drive 500 miles to do mine. Skaggs goes to Chile. Like, people have flown all around the world to do theirs. Have you known one yet?
Oh, no.
Weird.
I met Jane Grant, and then, we became friends very quickly, and I said, I'd love to do an episode. They're like, oh, we'd love to have you. And then before I know it, Colin's like, oh, I'm doing an episode.
And the weird thing is I said it just like that.
I was going to say, she sounds just like you.
That's what you get for working with someone for 7 years.
Jordan, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
When did you realize that you and Colin had this great father-daughter chemistry? Because that's hard to fake, and I believe you two. And I see so many TV shows where they have parents and children who may look kind of alike, but they don't click.
I think it was right off the bat. I mean, there wasn't anything to it. It just kind of happened. Me and Colin have just always gotten along and hated each other and loved each other at the same time. It was just obvious. obvious. I don't know. It just was one of those right place, right time kind of things.
Well, Jordan's phenomenal, man. She's been so together and so put together and so amazing at what she does since she was 13. Like, it was so weird because, you know, Jordan would leave the room and we'd all go like, what were you doing when you were 13? You know? Like,
I was finding dead bodies.
I was still trying to write my...
Way to show me up.
I'll tell you about the time I flew the spaceship later. I've been busy.
So I think the reason we got along was basically because Jordan is as phenomenal as she is. And I'm an idiot. So it's
No, buddy, you're good too.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
It's impossible not to like Colin.
Right.
I've worked on a lot of series, and Colin is #1 on the call sheet, which means he's in almost every scene and never gets a day off, and kind of sets the tone for the cast and crew, and everybody kind of looks to whoever #1 on the call sheet is for like how we deal with the bumps in the road and how we all kind of treat each other, and Colin just creates this loving, nurturing, like passionate for the work environment. And from the very first, I got out of the van my very first day on Eureka in season 4, and I saw Colin. I was going to the read-through, and I saw Colin. Colin runs over and hugs me, and he says, "I'm so happy you're on the show." And I was like, "You're #1 on the call sheet. You're not supposed to care about me. I'm number 12 on the call sheet." And ask anybody who works on Eureka. It's that thing that you set, that tone that you created. That's why I'm so sad the show's over. It's all true.
I got nowhere to go with that.
You don't have to go anywhere. You just have to sit there and look pretty. We come out and they just like go batshit for you, and I forget that you're like famous and like the guy on the show, and I'm like, "You're my friend Colin."
Yeah. My family is confused as well.
Question from this side?
Hi, question for Colin.
Sure.
With some directing experience on Eureka now, do you plan to direct any other TV shows?
Yeah. Apparently I'm going to direct some sci-fi stuff this year. I don't know what it's going to be. And then the movies. They want me to do a couple of the Saturday night movies that are...
I've asked for Colin to direct my show, Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark.
It's in development. Yeah. We pitched a bunch of titles, but they didn't bite. We pitched... Oh, no joke, it's in it. Awesome. I'm so happy with my subconscious mind. Now we pitched The Mexorcist. There's a bunch of them. The Diary of Ed Frankenstein. We couldn't get any traction.
We're just sitting there giving them away to the executives, and they don't even care.
No.
I pitched one when I was 14 called Manchilla.
Yeah.
Half man, half chinchilla, just how it sounds.
And you did. You pitched it at a sci-fi party to the head guy in charge of it. She's 14 at the time. She's like, "Look, I got this idea for this. It's gonna be huge."
I'm a very short 14-year-old girl with a very deep voice.
She's been drinking, so she was like, "Look, I got a pitch for a movie." We did have a joke around forever that Jordan was a 40-year-old little person. So she's like, you know, she has this ability to...
40-year-old chain-smoking little person.
Chain-smoking, yeah, because she has a sort of knowledge that is bigger than it should be.
This side?
Hey guys, welcome to DragCon. Colin,
Thank
welcome
you.
back.
More